friends. Hi, let me get down on my chair real quick. How are we? Don't mind the messy hair. I just woke up a little bit ago and I don't want to rebraid it, so it's gonna be like this. I hope you're all doing well. Last week, sorry, no video. It was my mom's birthday, so we went up to Dana Point. We were gonna go to Catalina Island, but we realized the ferry tickets were all sold out, so we did not do that, but we're gonna plan to go back. I've never been to Catalina Island, so yeah, but and then by the time I got back, I was just too tired and I couldn't film, and then I needed to paint stuff for the gallery and for work, so that's what we're gonna do today. I know you might be getting tired of abalones, but I am not. I think they're great. You know, I think it's kind of interesting how the world sees abalones. So like here in La Jolla, at least in the cave store where I work at, we hold them as very beautiful prized possessions, you know. I mean, there's such beautiful shells, so it's not like we sell them for a small cost, you know, because they're so beautiful, and they're actually you can't hunt them here anymore. I know my dad, when he was younger, he went to school, the school behind me that I live. He graduated out of La Jolla High School in 1972, and so back then he would hunt for abalone, but now you can't do that. But I just find it interesting. So like I was watching, I don't know where she was from. I think it was maybe South Korea or something like that, but she was making an abalone dish, and she'd show the shell after and just throw it away, and I'd be like, what are you doing? But you know, but like that's food, you know. It's just like, it's a shell, but like over here at least, like my mom's eaten abalone. I don't particularly, I have never tried it, but I just think it's interesting, you know, depending on parts of the world. Like here also, I decided to put some fake nails on, but then I'm like, I can't scratch, so I'm trying to let them all come off, but I don't, yeah, anyways, so if that looks pretty janky, that's why. Anyways, so we're gonna do an abalone shell, and we're gonna put some gold foil down, because like, where have I been with not using that? And it's really hot. It's really hot. You know, people, they come during the summer and they think, oh, July is the best time to come to La Jolla. No, our hot season is now. It's September and October. It's not even that hot. It's not even that hot. I'm just being a little baby. I have people coming from Arizona and they're going, it's 120 degrees. And I'm going, it's 75 or 80. Okay, more coffee. Let's all take a sip of something together. Okay. We're gonna paint. Bye. Okay, so like the whole gold foil thing is very new to me. We're gonna use this transparent water ground. Grab a crapper brush. Just one that's like not expensive, that you don't mind if it gets ruined, kind of thing. And now we gloop it down. I'm gonna do it from like this way up, I think. And like, I cannot control the gold foil, so we'll see how this goes. And then I gotta let it dry after. Just clumper it down. Now I need the gold foil. I love gold. Did we ever watch Goldmember? Austin Powers Goldmember? That was like a childhood movie. Probably shouldn't have watched it as a child, but you know. I love Michael Myers. Is that his? Wait. Is that it, or is that the serial killer? Michael Myers? I don't know. It was the guy who voiced Shrek, okay? Mike Myers. I don't know. I didn't want it there exactly, actually. I want it... Just chill. Okay, so now we get you down. And that's like a little too perfect, so we're gonna mess it up a little bit. Okay, the thing that I find a little annoying with the gold foil is this. So when these little pieces become like loose, then when I'm painting, it's like it just feels not good. It just, because like little bits will come up as I'm painting and I'm like, this isn't right, you know? So we gotta get it down. We gotta get it down so you don't move around, okay, little buddies? Little gold pieces, you're not moving. You stay, you stay. Oh, you're not staying, you're not staying. Okay. Okay, so you know what? To combat that, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a bigger piece and put it down over you guys. Yeah, huh? Yeah. There we go. Now you ain't moving. You know what song stuck in my head? I don't even know the words to it exactly. You're all like... It's Soda Pop. You're my little soda pop. Oh, God. Okay, see? I don't like that's happening there. Just focus, Lucy. Just stop. Just stop. Yeah, I don't like what... Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so let's try this again. We're gonna put a little bigger chunk. I'm gonna do like a little bit tapering off that way, I think. Dioj, that sounds disgusting, my friend. My little soda pop. Yesterday was your idol that was stuck in my head. I'll be your idol, keeping you obsessed, well, I don't know. Playing on repeat, anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be your sanctuary. Because I watched that movie, I started teaching myself Korean on Duolingo. I can spell mama. I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm so happy. Oh, that's a dirty piece. Look. M-A-M-A. Mama. Mama. And I can spell... What else can I spell? Where's my... I was practicing writing, actually. I know we're going off topic. I'm just so excited because I love learning. Look it. These are all my notes at the moment. Mama. How would that be pronounced? Oh crap, how is that pronounced? I don't remember. Gide. No, Gaga. But I don't, okay, anyways. I just think it's fun learning a different language. Okay, just a little bit more, Oh, that's a lot. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Oh. Do you see how I don't know what I'm doing? I don't. DOG? All right, well, some of these pieces are definitely gonna move, and then you'll see why I get annoyed. Okay, so now we need to let this dry, and we will be back. Okay? Okay, so you gotta add a lot of water to make it granulate, so that's what's happening right now. So you can see it's starting. My mistake a lot of the time when I do this is I put too much color down the first time, and then the colors get all muddy. So we're gonna not do that. Here, I'll show you an example of when you do too muddy. That. So the colors just like, they're not good. So we're gonna go light. So right now I'm just dropping in the base colors. So like kind of like a, I don't ever remember if this is burnt umber or not, but it's this color I'm using for the edges. And I don't know if you guys want to follow along with this kind of situation, or I know I don't do like tutorials. I'm kind of just walking you through what I'm doing right now. But if you guys want more tutorials, let me know. So I know I did a couple in the past. I did one with sea holly, and then one did frogs, and then I forget what it was called. It was like this really cute little bird. But if you're wondering how to paint a shell, an abalone, here we go. Okay, so these are the colors that I'm using at the moment. I used this Holbein shell pink, this Daniel Smith, I don't remember the Daniel Smith names, I only know Moon Glow. It was like this kind of turquoisey color. And then I do know that this is Green Gold by Daniel Smith, that I do like a lot. But yeah, so now we kind of just gotta wait and let it dry a bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more down this way. I'm gonna add some pink, some Holbein pink. It's funny because like I still love Holbein, but I think now I'm going into Daniel Smith. I do want to try the brand Schminka. I just love that name. Schminka. Schminka. Okay, so smart me would go stick this out in the sun, but it's kind of windy right now, and I made the mistake yesterday. You can kind of see it right here, where I took my dryer, but then there's so much water, it rushed off to the edge, and I don't like that. So we're just gonna let it sit here and dry. I'm gonna pull, see, this is starting to get muddy right there. So I'm gonna clean my brush, and we're gonna pick up some of the water. Yeah, we don't want you guys bleeding in too much to each other to make that mess again, because we don't like that. We like this. Also, here, let me show you the other ones I have going. I don't like that one. That one this is another example of putting down too much color and getting a little hot and heavy. I don't particularly like this one. I like the idea is there. I might still try and sell it, who knows. But this one, that's a good one. That is a good one. And then so is this one. I really, really like this one. Sometimes I have a very hard time selling my paintings. So like this one, for example, I want to keep that one and this one. Here, you should zoom out. There we go. There we go. And then I just started this one. Gosh, the gold is so pretty. All right. So now we let these guys dry. Well, hi there, friends. How we doing? I hope we're doing good. I hope we're doing very good. And before I start, I have to admit something. So, this painting is no longer in my possession. It's currently sitting at my workplace, so I can't do a thumbnail, so I really don't know what the thumbnail is going to be. And also I'm a little ticked because I didn't film the after, like, you know, when it's all dry and like show you how sparkly and pretty it is. So I messed up a little bit. So we're just going to start off with that. Other than that, well, I'm going to kind of walk through what I was doing. So just like the same, I did wet on wet, went around little circles, and then we're dropping in color again. The same colors pretty much, adding a little bit different greens, but just darkening up the pre-existing color blend. Yeah, and so when you do a lot of water, like when you get into watercolor, you start to realize at what point, how colors are going to dry depending on how wet your page is. So it's pretty in between at the moment, so it won't dry too light, but it won't dry very dark either. So that's just something you got to learn, play around with. Also, like, I'm pretty sure all of you are artists that watch my page for the most part, so you probably don't even need me to tell you that. So yeah, my little crazy baby, she's sitting next to me, and she just did her little stretch towards me. What, Choppy? Oh, this baby. Ayub. I just currently got back into my garden. I let my sweet peas die over, partially out of laziness, but partially because I wanted to collect the seeds, of course. And when you let it die off, it makes it a lot easier to pull it out of the well, it wasn't in the ground, it was in a planter box, like a big one. So I just reorganized everything, which is good, because it was starting to get a little janky looking. I'm trying to pick up my backyard a bit, and then we're still doing the same thing, wet on wet. We're just dropping. Okay, now it's dry. Now we're going in with like that kind of burnt, I should know what the name is, I should figure it out, a burnt umbery color, and we're just doing little light dabs and pokes just to like give the illusion of texture. And like, shells are not perfect, so at least for the most part, abalone aren't perfect, so there's always different blotches of brown or texture going out throughout the, like, what would that be called, what part of the shell part that's like the edge, the like little lip edge thing. Anyways, but yeah, so I just got out in the garden. I'm realizing I went a little too hard. I think I was digging up a bunch of like crabgrass or whatever, that yucky grasses, and I have a really big gloves. They're like a size too big for me, and I think it was like bending my nails backwards or something. I was like trying to like rip it out of the grass. So my nails feel kind of weird right now. I've never had my nails feel weird. Anyways, so going in with a darker brown, same thing, just tapping in stuff, getting it nice and texturized, I really love the gold. I don't know what I was doing before. Like, I really like them, obviously. They're really cute. I have a hard time selling them because there's a lot of originals where I'm like, I should just keep this one. And then I'm like, no, Lucy, you made it. You can make another one. But it's never the same. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I like the gold foil. I think it really adds to it. Because I don't know if you've seen an abalone in real life. They're so spectacular and special. They're just such beautiful shells. So yeah, a lot of what I'm doing is a lot of light layers and going over the layers. And then now my favorite part, we add sparkles. And I'm such an idiot because I didn't film it after it dried. I just put it into a frame and went, okay, here we go. And it's just sitting at the store right now, waiting to be bought. It's crazy, like, working in retail. There are months where things just fly off the shelf, and I'm not just talking about my paintings, I'm talking about just merchandise in general. And then it gets to the end of the summer and everyone's like, I need to save because like the holiday season's coming up. Everyone just had summer vacation, they probably went on vacation, so they like are saving money, and so it's back to school, time for clothes shopping, and no more buying stuff as much. Obviously still people buy stuff, but it's just interesting working in retail because, like, I have currently 6 paintings. I've had them up for a couple weeks now, and I'm like, none of them have sold. But like a couple weeks before, they were selling. So it's just interesting. There's a psychology behind everything. There's a psychology behind where the buttons go on your remote. Like it's just interesting. I just like, that's just an interesting aspect of life and human nature and like buying and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I'm using a lot of different colored sparkles. what's it called? I mentioned her in a couple videos ago, but it was like Renaissance colors, Renaissance watercolors. I think, oh, there's just a flea jumping on me. That's what's happening. Hold on, I need to kill it. I can't stop the recording. I just need to do this. Come here, little guy. And your head is decapitated. Oh, no. No, it's not. Not yet. Almost. Stop moving. Almost there, friends. Decapitated. Decapitated. Is it dead bodies? Is it dead bodies? Is it dead bodies? Okay, actually, that's a quote from The Visit, which was supposed to be a scary movie, but it's like the funniest movie I've ever seen. I mean, maybe if you were sitting in the theater watching it, it could be scary, but for the most part, I thought it was hilarious. And that's what I was quoting from, the Is It Dead Bodies? And he said it 3 times, the little kid. I'm not just a weirdo. Yeah, anyway, so, and then this, you can look, if you pause right now, it's Psy Art, and I got these off Amazon. They're so good. They're so good. But the color shifting from Renaissance, ooh. Anyways, so I am going to figure out what I'm going to do for this thumbnail. I don't know, you guys. What did I do? Like, what the heck? And then I'm going to go sit outside, get some sun so I can tan a little before I become a pasty ghost during the winter. And clean my kitchen. And then, Chirpy, I don't think they want to hear you doing that. Thank you. You know, like, cats definitely know what you're saying. Oh God, we're getting to the end. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified. And if all goes well, Wednesdays will be upload days. Oh gosh, Wednesdays will be upload days. Okay? And Wednesday's Child's Full of Woe. Okay, bye. Love you. See you guys. Bye. Okay, bye. Lovies.